Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's been a while. So I thought I would check in right before my trip. I am leaving in like probably 10 minutes. And this is all that I'm taking for a approximately 8-day holiday overseas. I am only traveling with carry-on luggage. So I really wanted to limit myself and take the bare essentials. So let's go through what I'm bringing. First of all, my tape roller because this is um, well, if you want to stick anything in, a tape roller is essential. I also made sure there is enough tape left. The next thing are my fountain pens. I bought this um, pen roll a really long time ago, as in like genuinely a really long time ago, from Sakura Fountain Pen Gallery in Belgium. I bought it at the Dutch Pen Show. Um, it's from Takia. That's I think. Can you focus? Oh well. In here, I'm bringing three trusty pens. I'm bringing my Sailor Yukitsubaki, um, Camellia in Snow, I think is what it translates to. It's currently a discontinued Sailor pen. It is white with red flecks. Hey, is my camera gonna focus today or are we just going to not? Anyway, this is inked with the Atramantis Document Black. This is a Zebra Sarasa Grand. It has a blue refill in it. It's very handy if you need to fill out documents for immigration, at least to the country that I'm visiting. I know I always have to fill out some documents in the plane, and having a ballpoint pen is essential. I think I have another one, another Zebra Sarasa in my handbag. I basically leave a normal Zebra Sarasa in all of my handbags. So no matter which one I take, there's always a pen in there. So I suspect there's one in there. I don't count it because well, it's always one in my bag. And this is my Waterman Hemisphere. It is engraved with my name, Kate. It was a gift from my partner. Also, a really long time ago, it's well loved. You can tell by the scratches. I'm not very gentle on my pens. I mean, I have three pens in a single pen roll. You kind of know the type of person I am. Um, this has a custom fountain pen, sorry, a custom nib grind by CY. I basically told him, hey, you know me, you know how I write, just do it. And he just did it. So the grind doesn't have a name, it's just made for me. This is inked up with Sailor Yuki Usagi. Yuki Usagi. It's a blue ink with a brown shading or sheen. No, brown shading, depending on the paper. Blue is my theme for April, and today is March the 29th. I'm only bringing the pens and the inks and ephemera for April. I figured that 3 days in March isn't going to ruin my theme if I just don't bring a green inked pen. So, yes, I keep these pens in this pen roll, and this will fly with me in my handbag. Next up is well, my very stuffed Traveler's Company regular size. I'm taking a clip, always handy to have. And here is all of my ephemera. I'm sorry if I sound rushed. I really need to leave soon, so I told my partner I need like 5 minutes to film a video. Oh, the dedication. Okay, so this is all of the ephemera I'm bringing. I have two rulers. This one is a metal Midori one. This is a Hobonichi stencil one, and some tweezers for stickers. These are very cheap old tweezers that I don't mind if immigration will throw them away. They won't, but in case they do, I don't mind. These are my truffle tweezers. I have my normal journaling insert that is almost reaching the end, but there should be enough pages. There is a piece of blotting paper in here and my pencil board and um my monthly insert. I don't show this one on social media because I do not censor um anything in here. And in the back, I have my trackers for um, creative projects, my wish list, or at least it's called wish list, but it's the things that I bought and the movies and shows that I watched. There is nothing in these pockets except for these in front, and this one is empty. So, yes, my ephemera folder. I basically went through my stash and I took enough ephemera for a single week. These are the, let's start in the back. These are the stick-on pockets from Traveler's Company. I got them a really long time ago. I rarely use them, but I figured for ephemera, this might be nice. This is the something of mine date stickers. I've been using them this year to date my entries. These are three peon, whatever you pronounce it. Deco stickers. I barely use them. I've also had them for a year, but I figured this might be a good time to use them. Then I have these Have a Nice Trip with Music Travelers Company stamps, some paper ephemera. I will go through these. I just cut up some or took some pages from my notepads and called it a day. This is a PT tape from Raw Market. I figured the birds and the blue would go well with my theme. Will I use it? I have no clue. Some more notepads. This is from Nairet, I think the newest collection. This one too. Some vellum paper, big hands, some more random paper. This is from Yahaku. This is a Traveler's Factory insert um, thingy that I cut up and already used, but yellow and blue go well together, so I packed it. This is from my UU florist calendar. I cut out one of the flowers, figured it would work well. And some more papers, some stickers, some more flowers, some more ephemera. And this is the infamous envelope from Camille. Some more ephemera. Oh, because my trip is from March to April, I took the EU Floral Calendar April cover so I can add it to my pages. Then there are some random smaller items here. This is APT tapes. APT tapes? Wow, okay. APT tape, RPT tape pieces. I already fussy cut them so they are ready to stick on. There are some pre-cut, that's double, some pre-cut pieces of paper in here so I can also stick it in. And the final part is this washi tape that what is this? Oh, that's stuck. Washi paper that's sticky, so you can, the sticker paper, but from washi paper. And I stamped some of the stamp that I might want to use on it. And yeah, it is a very minimal traveling kit. A bunch of these tiny cutouts. So this goes into my Hobonichi folder. And this slides into the front pocket. I made this myself, that's why it's so janky, but it works really well. So if it is janky but works well, it's fine, right? Wait, I need to put this in nicely, otherwise the corners will fold. So yeah, this is everything that is in my cover, and the clip. And then the final thing that I'm bringing is my sticker inserts. Now, this is not a sticker insert. This is a notes paper. It's one of this grid insert from Traveler's Company. I always keep this in the current bag that I'm carrying. I just happen to put it in here so I wouldn't lose it. But in all of my bags, there is an insert and a pen. Always handy to have some paper and pen with you. So I just put this in here for now. What is this? I should have cleaned this up. Oh no, it's fine. Stickers. So these are my sticker inserts. I did not modify them for this trip. I just took them from my shelf. I tend to keep them filled and updated as I use stickers. So um, I think this is overkill and I could 100% do without bringing these stickers with me. But, you know, yes, I will just bring them with me. So yeah, um, this is very rushed. 10 minutes for a whole um to show and tell you what I am bringing on my trip. After my trip, I will check in with you and tell you how, if I lacked anything. It's important to note that I will be visiting my parents on this trip. Like, I'm going back to my parents' house. They have scissors, so I don't have to bring scissors. And that's probably the only thing I will borrow from them. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks when I'm back and I have time to film the next one. Bye bye. Welcome back to 2 weeks after the previous clip. I have returned back from my holiday this Tuesday and I just needed a couple of days to, you know, get back to life. Even though it was a short trip for only 1 week, traveling across time zones and going back to work the day that you get back home is quite rough. But yeah, it's Sunday. I'm feeling a lot more rested, so I thought I could do the update right now. I will first show you these spreads that I created, and then we will talk about the kit that I packed and how it served me. So, this is the first spread that I created. I was still in the Netherlands on Saturday and I left on Sunday. These are all, well, this is not all. This is ephemera from the trip, and that is the only new item that I added. Everything else is stuff that I packed. The washi tape that you see here was not in the kit, if you might remember from like a couple minutes ago that you saw. I add some censoring washi tape when I share my spreads online. I did not pack it because I wasn't planning to take pictures of my spreads for social media. I did post this one on Instagram, but I just blurred it and took a faraway picture, hoping that people cannot read the stuff that I don't want them to read. But in general, the other spreads, they were not meant to be shared online while I was on the trip. So therefore, I didn't pack any of my washi tapes. I censored it after I got back from my holiday. But yes, we are going a bit faster. So this is the first spread that I created. This was the day that I left on my trip. That was the day of my flight. I'm trying to censor myself to tell you guys where I went because you don't need to know. This is the day of my flight, and I also arrived at the location on this day. This is the first day. I went to my parents' house, by the way, so my mom cooked for me and she taught me some new recipes. The weather was very beautiful, it was quite nice, so I had a lot of fun. In my kit that I packed, I think I also explained that I packed my title page for April. The initial design that I made when I was packing the kit was slightly different, but title pages, they just occur how they occur. So this was the inspiration, and it was raining when I made this, so you can see the raindrops on the Yuhaco paper that I used. This is the next um, day. So this is Saturdays, no, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So this is a Wednesday. We went on a trip. It was very rainy weather. I didn't put in raindrops, but it was very rainy. And while we were driving, I saw lots of also blue skies in between their rain um the rain showers and lots of birds. And I happened to have packed this PT tape piece, and I was like, this is perfect. I kind of expected this to happen. I know the type of weather where my parents are, so I was like, when I packed my travel kit, I kind of knew what I would want to use. So I used this for Wednesday. This is 2 pages for one day. I Again, this is the Fairy Cape minimal style. Then this is the Thursday and Friday. Friday we had a birthday party for my mom, and on Tuesday, Thursday I was really tired, so I slept most of the day, and I laid in my mother's hammock. So very nice. Um, what did I do? Oh yes, I tried to pull in the yellow on both pages. So this is the Travelers Company insert paper. Like if you buy a specific insert, you get this label. I had already used this label a long time ago, but this small piece was left. So I used this for Wednesday, and then for no, for Thursday, and then for Friday, when we have parties, we put a lot of chairs in a circle, and I happen to have taken this chairs PT tape with me. Um, so I added it to take this element from Thursday into Friday. I also documented what my mom cooked for her birthday party. It was really delicious food, by the way. She's a really good cook. And yeah, I just added this floral element because I needed some filler. Without this, it would have been very plain, and I couldn't really find a better element to use. This is Saturday and Sunday. Sunday was already the last full day at my parents' house. You can see there's a lot of writing. I also censored a lot of it because, well, it was mostly ranting. It is what it is. Relationships are complex. Let's give it at that. It was still raining, so in my sticker insert, I happen to have this raining washi tape. I don't know from where I got it. It is a small piece. It's the only piece that I had. It might have been in Happy Mail. I thought it would be perfect to bring in the raining element on this page as well. Um, yes, and this is then the Monday and Tuesday. This is when I left, and this is when I arrived back in the Netherlands. So it was a overnight flight. On the left hand, I added the picture that I took the morning right before I left from my parents' house. I also added part of my boarding pass. The white part here I will leave in because I share my journals online, but it's actually just censoring the information that I don't want you guys to know. And yeah, there's just like a lot of talking. I did not sleep. So on this from the 6th to the 7th was an overnight flight. Normally I'm the type of person who is on an airplane and immediately like I'm gone. Like I get on and I'm asleep until we land. But for some reason this flight was so cold that I kept losing feeling in my legs, even though I had wrapped them up twice. I even put my winter coat around them at one point. I was still losing feeling, so I couldn't sleep. And yeah, I basically had no sleep. And then when I arrived on the 7th, I basically came home and I fell asleep. So yeah, that is it. So as you can see, I barely have ephemera. Actually, I only have two pieces. That is this hotel room number paper that I got and my boarding ticket that happened to be printed from the return flight. I am not a traveler who searches out for ephemera on purpose. If I happen to get it, I will. And even if I get it, I will still think about whether I want to use it in my pages or not. But in this case, for this entire trip, these are actually the only two pieces of ephemera. Actually, no. I think I bought one more thing and I could have added a bill in, but that was I'm not that type of journaler. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just personally don't like that style. Um Basically, I barely use any of the items that I packed, and I would have loved to show you the kit, but I completely forgot I had to film this part of this video, and I unpacked it as soon as I got home, and I put all the ephemera back in its place. So everything is gone. I'm also the type of traveler, I arrive home, I will usually sleep first, and then after I've slept, I will put everything back to all the laundry, and then it will look like I never went on my trip. So I cleaned up all of the ephemera, put all of my stationery back where it belonged, and yeah, that's it. I don't have the kit anymore. But there wasn't a moment where I felt that I forgot something or that I should have packed something else. It was actually perfect. This is now, I have been on several trips since I started journaling, and I have honed it down to exactly what I need, and it makes me happy. I did pack my Polaroid printer. I'm not sure if I showed it in the packing clip. This is the only picture that I printed for my journaling. For my 5 year journal, which is there that I don't generally share online, I did print out more pictures, but that's on sticker paper, and it's a lot, well, it's like super thin and not like a Polaroid printer because a Polaroid picture in a 5 year journal just adds way too much bulk. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this trip went, with how my journaling went. I kept on track, I think. Let me think, okay? I did not make this spread in the hotel because it was an experience. There was the fire alarm went off in the hotel. I don't know if that ever happened to you guys, but basically the fire alarm went off in the hotel in the middle of the night. So there was no journaling time. And my flight was really early, so no journaling. I think I did this on did I do this on the 30th? No, that's incorrect. I did this spread on the 31st. So the 29th, the 30th. So this is the day I left my house and stayed in a hotel. This is when I took the flight to my parents. And this is the first full day at my parents' house. So I created these pages on the 31st. Then this one, the first, I created on the second. So the first I created on the second. And then the O2, O3, and O4 I created on the 5th. I like to journal like one day um, after something has happened because it gives me more time to process my thoughts of what I want to write. I know some people prefer to write about their day, and I did that in the beginning of the year. Like these spreads or pages are all filled out on the day that they happened. But for me, I found out that it works better if I sleep at least one night and then write down what I want to remember of that day. I could not journal about the 5th because my mom was sitting opposite of me, and like I said, there's some rending here, so there's no need for her to see what I'm writing. But also, I write in English, and her English is not that great, so she might not have been able. No, she would have understood it if she read it. But yeah, didn't want to take any chances, so I created the 5th when I was back home. So oh 05, oh 06, and oh 07, I did somewhere, I think I did on the 7th at night. I might be, or the 8th, that's also possible. But I felt this out. I knew what I wanted to write here because I thought about it, but I did not want to write it when I didn't have privacy. And there was no way of me journaling on the 6th because it's an overnight flight. So yeah. And the 7th I was too tired, and oh yeah, I remember. I gardened. So I got home, I saw that my spring plants had grown a lot in my absence, even though it was a week. So I immediately went on the balcony and I spent the whole evening on the balcony potting stuff, preparing stuff for spring. It was also really good weather. So yes. Anyway, I think in conclusion is my travel kit was perfect for my travel. I didn't pack too much or too little. I packed exactly what I needed and it made me happy. Oh, this cover that I made, even though it's a bit janky and I really should remake it because it is too big, was incredibly nice because I stuck all of the ephemera in this pocket. It meant I only had to carry my pens, my sticker insert, and this journal, and it was ideal. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I'm not saying buy these things. You can, if you're a bit crafty, you can make it. Do with that information what you want. But yes, I had a lot of fun. I'm happy that this cover went on its first trip. It was very nice. My mom was very impressed that I made this myself, and she thought it was very cool looking. I did introduce her into the TN system, but she's not interested. I think she likes her Hobonichi planners way too much. She uses the Hobonichi weeks. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.